Welcome back to Ecosummit.
Thank you, Jan, for this very kind introduction, and thank you very much for having us here for the second time since 2014. Qinous is, as said, a Berlin-based startup, and we develop, manufacture, and sell what we call smart plug-and-play storage solutions for the commercial and industrial segment, Ongrid, and what is one of our specialities, also Offgrid. Looking at the off-grid market, where today mainly diesel generators produce electricity at high costs due to a lack of a public grid or because the grid is very weak with a lot of blackouts, you find there a strong customer base of remote industries such as mines, agricultural companies, hotels, such as this beautiful place here in the back, my most favorite segment, and remote communities, etc. At such off-grid systems, our storage solutions provide and stabilize the grid and allow thereby the integration of large shares of renewables, which are much cheaper as compared to the diesel power plants. Just to give you a feeling of the market size, you can look at how much big the diesel genset market is. With $41 billion last year, that's quite large, and it's still growing. Another market we're looking at is the on-grid market, with 3 gigawatt of potentially installed systems, also a quite large market by 2020 in Europe alone for the commercial industrial side. Here, our storage solutions provide frequency regulation services, peak shaving, energy shifting, and next to others, something that we consider also is quite interesting, a support to build up the infrastructure for charging stations for electric vehicles. So we formed actually the company to fill in a gap in the commercial industrial storage business. And this is by providing a complete, easy to install and integrate, nevertheless lean storage solution that embeds all the hardware and software component needed to run most of the on-grid and off-grid applications. For that matter, we have actually developed a highly standardized product platform, which is the basis to apply economies of scales and thereby strong cost reduction potential. At the same time, our product palette has a variety of power and capacity classes and optional features, such as salt mist protection for harsh sites, so that we can always cope with a large flexibility to the individual requirements of the projects of our customers. Also, we use already today cost-competitive battery technologies with a very promising cost reduction potential in the next years, so that we today have already an attractive, because flexible, and at the same time cost-competitive product palette for our customers, which are multipliers, installers, project developers, utilities, etc., worldwide. Our products are also smart. Smart in the sense that we provide a large variety of on-grid applications, but what is even more important, also a complete microgrid management control. That means we manage not only our battery solution and stabilize the grid, we also manage the diesel power plants on such microgrid sites, PV plants, etc. And that is good for our customers because they don't have to add an external site controller, adding complexity, costs, which can often kill the financial viability of medium-sized off-grid projects. Instead, they can use our user-friendly, easy-to-apply software. You can see it looks app-like, it's fun to use, which has embedded a number of standard interfaces to major diesel plant controllers and a remote monitoring system, allowing for, example, for optimized asset management and to collect all the data required for battery performance compliance. So we have both the hardware and the software, and that's the basis of our scalable business model. We don't have to wait for a hardware supplier to use our software or for a software supplier to use our hardware. Well, thanks to 40 years or more of combined team experience in the relevant areas of battery technology, grid technology, power electronics, control software programming, we have been able to reduce already the costs in the last 3 years of our products by 60% and have a clear roadmap to further reduce them by another 50% by 2020. Next to having a highly flexible and nevertheless cost-competitive product base, our customers require a high level of quality and reliability. Just imagine a very remote site, and their reliability is indispensable. For that matter, we have installed a microgrid test site here in Berlin, and you're very welcome to visit us there, to thoroughly test our complete solution, including the software, not only the hardware, and including also all the interfaces to, for example, diesel plant controllers, which we have also installed on that site. By the way, this is one of the major triggers so far that have often made the final decision for our customers to purchase from us. Talking about customers, in the last 2 years, we were able to sell 11 projects with a combined capacity of more than 7 megawatt hours, half of that in Germany into the Ongrid market, the other half into the Offgrid market, starting from some projects in the Caribbean, Haiti to hospitals, for example, via Africa for village electrification projects, down to Australia, where we have won a tender against 15 other companies, to an off-grid community with an 800 kilowatt, 2 megawatt hour storage. Here, the good thing is that our customer, Power Water Corporation, for example, is not a one-time off customer, but has the potential, as many of our other customers, for subsequent projects. They have 30 additional off-grid sites in Australia that are waiting, hopefully, for our storage systems. Here you see the picture of one of the hospitals in Haiti, where all the people were quite happy once suddenly it became quiet when our system, together with the PV installed on the roof, took over the electricity production. Summarizing up what has happened the last 2 years, since 2014, we have been able to raise 4 million euros. One of our investors is the Investment Bank of Berlin. Thank you very much, Stefan, for your support, for your great support. In the first year of operations, we already were able, after financing, to have the first turnover from customer projects. Last year, we had more than 2 million euros from customer projects. And we believe that with the achievements so far in terms of product development, customer references, together with the plans that we have to accelerate the growth of Qinous, for which we are now preparing the next financing round, we are in a very good position to roll out Qinous successfully in this fast-growing, multi-billion euro potential market for off-grid and on-grid commercial industrial storage solutions. Our aim here is that when people will talk about smart, lean, reliable, easy to install and operate, and nevertheless cost-competitive products, that they think about Qinous. Thank you very much for your attention.
George, are you looking for more capital?
That's what I mentioned, yes.
Okay, good.
Thanks.